They can plan a script of a death. She'll be here and she'll be eating this, and then she'll do this, and I'll do this, and it's all laid out. So I think this takes a great deal of intelligence to plan this out. This is not a brute force weapon. This is mind, not muscle.
Imagine being rushed to the hospital, only for your very presence to cause chaos, putting those trying to save you at risk. This isn't a plot from a science fiction novel. It's the harrowing reality of someone's final hours. In this video, we dive deep into the enigma of Gloria Ramirez, a case that remains one of the most bewildering medical mysteries to this day. Let us unravel the story of the woman who was later known as the Toxic Lady. Gloria Ramirez, a resident of Riverside, California, led an ordinary life until the night of February 19, 1994, when a baffling medical mystery unfolded. Known for her warm smile and resilience, Gloria was a beloved community member and a dedicated friend to many. She was a wife to a hardworking man and a mother to 2 children. A daughter named Evelyn and a son named Angel Jr. Family formed the core of her world. Her life in Riverside was grounded in the everyday routines and joys of family life. Professionally, she was an assembler, a role that had her engaged in the meticulous construction of components. Everything seemed to be going well for her until her life took a harrowing turn as she was diagnosed with cervical cancer.
Formaldehyde, which we know is used to preserve bodies, is very irritating. It wouldn't be a very good poison to pick for homicidal reasons. It'd be more irritating, irritating to the eyes, irritating to the respiratory tract. And I suppose in chronic exposures, we know formaldehyde can cause cancer.
Still, she battled the illness with unrelenting courage by seeking treatment. She was unaware, however, that her journey would lead to a perplexing medical story that would leave the community stunned. On that fateful evening, Gloria's deteriorating health compelled her family to rush her to the emergency room. Presenting symptoms of severe heart palpitations and breathing difficulty, she was in a dire state. The hospital staff, committed to providing care, were soon engulfed in a situation that transcended the realms of normalcy. As they administered treatment to Gloria, a series of events began to unfold, marking the beginning of a medical crisis that would go down in history. The emergency room at Riverside General Hospital transformed into a perplexing scene straight out of a medical thriller. As staff attempted to stabilize her, they noticed an oily sheen covering her body and a fruity, garlic-like odor emanating from her mouth. The situation took a turn for the surreal when nurses drew blood from Ramirez's arm, only to observe manila-colored particles floating in the blood sample. The room was suddenly plunged into chaos when several staff members began experiencing a cascade of severe symptoms. The situation escalated rapidly, with 6 staff members falling severely ill, one after the other. Then a nurse fainted, another developed breathing difficulties, and yet another was left with a burning sensation on her face. In total, 23 hospital workers were affected, with the first 6 requiring hospitalization. The severity of the incident prompted an evacuation of the emergency department.
My response to the claim of mass hysteria was not something that I can entertain personally, because the people involved in emergency care, and in particular this emergency room, were all like a well-oiled machine. They'd all had tons of experience, 15 or years better, veterans of all types of occurrences, and this was just something else that they had to take care of. And you can't argue with that. I mean, these people are not generally hysterical.
Underscoring the acute, mysterious danger Ramirez's condition posed to those around her. In the aftermath of Gloria Ramirez's tragic death, the incident left a lasting impact on the medical staff involved and led to a complex investigation into the mysterious circumstances. Julie Gorchinsky, a medical resident who was among the first to notice the unusual particles in Ramirez's blood, was significantly affected and spent 2 weeks in intensive care, battling a range of serious health issues including hepatitis, pancreatitis, and a vascular necrosis in her knees.
I asked the nurse to start an IV that about coincidentally at the same time I smelled, ammonia. To me it was ammonia. And I kind of made a comment that, that's really strong ammonia, and I kind of felt, like I was gonna pass out then. So I moved around to the other side of the bed to get away from the fumes.
The handling of Ramirez's body post-mortem was cautious and highly controlled, due to the unknown toxic risk it posed. Her body was eventually placed in a specially sealed aluminum casket to prevent any potential release of harmful substances. The official autopsy and subsequent investigations did not conclusively determine the cause of the toxic symptoms experienced by the hospital staff. Investigations into the incident explored various hypotheses, including the presence of toxic substances such as dimethyl sulfate, a theory suggesting Ramirez had used dimethyl sulfoxide, DMSO, as a pain reliever. Over time, DMSO could have converted into dimethyl sulfate, a highly toxic compound, through a series of chemical reactions in her body. Despite extensive research and analysis, the exact chemical process and the nature of the substances involved remain a matter of speculation and debate among scientists. The burial of Gloria Ramirez took place 10 weeks after her death, delayed by the need for thorough detoxification and concerns over potentially harmful exposure. This bewildering event left an indelible mark on medical history, highlighting the unpredictable intersection of chemistry, biology, and the limits of medical science. The Toxic Lady case continues to be studied and discussed as a cautionary tale of the unknown and unforeseen hazards healthcare workers may face. Thank you for watching. Drop your thoughts on this chilling story in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more daily true crime stories.